Lemonada.
Want to listen to your favorite Lemonada shows without the ads? Subscribe to Lemonada Premium on Apple Podcast. For just $5.99, you'll get ad-free episodes and exclusive bonus content from shows like this one, Squeezed, as well as Wiser Than Me with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Fail Better with David Duchovny, and so many more. It's a great way to support the work we do and treat yourself to a smoother, uninterrupted listening experience. Just head to any Lemonada show feed on Apple Podcasts and hit subscribe. Make life suck less with fewer ads with Lemonada Premium. Most people know Brandee Evans as Mercedes in the hit Stars TV series P-Valley. The show follows a group of strip club dancers in the Mississippi Delta, and it was Brandee's big break as an actor.
If it's one thing I know how to sell, it's the experience. Who better to learn from than an OG like me? Now, y'all know if it wasn't for Mercedes, Sundays, y'all hoes wouldn't be ringing in nothing but $20 each on a holy night. I've been telling y'all from day one, stack your paper. What's the point of working here if you ain't saving?
Brandee started filming P-Valley in 2019, and she was the lead, number one on the call sheet. It was a long ways away from her roots as a preacher's daughter who loved to dance in Memphis, Tennessee. But despite starring on a hit TV show, the reality was she couldn't really enjoy it. On and off set, her mind was somewhere else.
People have no idea what was really happening.
You see, while Brandee was filming the first season of P-Valley in Atlanta, she was also caregiving for her mom, who has multiple sclerosis and Alzheimer's, and was living with Brandee.
Well, y'all don't know that right before y'all said action, I got a text that my caregiver walked out or another caregiver quit.
Brandee never revealed the full truth of what was happening behind the scenes at home, but she was essentially leading a double life.
It's like you're smiling on that camera, and then I'm going home and crying every single day of P-Valley, every single day.
And no matter how hard she tried to balance the two parts of her life, it never felt like enough. Instead, what she felt was guilt and isolation, because while she was making it in one part of her life, she was losing it all in the other. From Lemonada Media, this is Squeezed. I'm your host, Yvette Nicole Brown. Today's guest, Brandee Evans, became the primary caregiver for her mom, Diana, nearly 9 years ago. Brandee is also a dear friend of mine. In this episode, Brandee opens up about what it was like making a name for herself, the struggles of finding the right caregivers, and finally, getting to live her acting dream, all while never losing sight of who she was doing it all for. Brandee, my fellow caregiving sister, it is so good to see your sweet little face. Thank you for making the time to chat with me. Now, the hardest thing for me will be acting like I don't know the answers to all these questions because we're friends in real life. But your story and your story with your mom is so rich. Even though I know the answers, I want everybody else to know the answers. So we're going to take this journey. So first, I want to ask you, how are you today?
Thank you. First, let me back up. Thank you for having me, Yvette.
Absolutely.
So excited. As you know, like you said, we are friends. We talk all the time. So just thank you for having me on to talk. I am overwhelmed. If I'm honest, I am overwhelmed dealing with mama's, what word do I want to call it? Declining health.
Yeah, honey.
So it's been sad. It's been lonely. It's been depressing, if I'm honest. But we put on this smile.
We've got to wear the mask, honey. And you and I are in the same journey as caregivers for our parent and also dealing at the same time with their decline. My dad is also in the same space. So every time I see him, you just don't know what you're going to walk into.
Right.
We're going to start with a quick look at your past. You're from Memphis, Tennessee.
Yes.
Yes. So growing up, what was your relationship like with your mom, Diana, and what was she like when you were growing up?
Ooh, we had a rough relationship growing up. It's so funny because I battle with that relationship now because little Brandee sees it one way, but grown Brandee understands a lot more now. So that question is so difficult for me. Little Brandee would say she was so mean. She was so tough. She expected a lot and she just did not play at all. Very, very strict growing up. But older Brandee is like, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, that she made me have a list when I would come home from high school of what to cook because I learned how to cook. And
That's right.
thank you for her taking me to the nursing home to watch grandma when everybody else was going to parties, because now I know how to advocate for you.
Yes.
I know what to look for, what is right, what is wrong. I know how to use my voice. And so I'm grateful for that. But it was very difficult growing up. But in hindsight, I look at she was doing the best she could. And I know that was God preparing me for what he knew was to come.
I want to bounce back to your grandmother. She used to work in a nursing home, and you and your mom used to visit her there. What were those visits like for you?
Grandma worked in the kitchen. She cooked for everybody. And so that was the blessing of her working at that nursing home, because you didn't get the bad food. You got a real home cooked meal from Lily B. Akins. And so that was the best part about seeing my grandma in her, in her love. She loved to cook. But the worst part was walking by and seeing nobody visiting people, the sadness, people just in hallways, not clean. I just remember being brokenhearted by that. It's crazy. I can close my eyes and still feel like I can smell the stench.
Same. Once you smell it, you don't forget the smell of a not well taken care of nursing home.
Not well taken care of, yep. And I remember my mom looking at me and telling me, don't ever put me in one, please. And I said, I would never put you in a nursing home, Mama.
Fast forward from that promise she'd never put her mom in a nursing home to 2014, when her mom had a big fall in her house.
And she ended up in a nursing home on her birthday. I was like, I cannot make this up. And so, but I was just like, it's a rehabilitation center, because it was, nursing and rehabilitation. She's going to be fine, but she has not walked since.
Diana had been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 10 years prior, but had remained independent. After the fall, though, she was immobile from the waist down and wheelchair-bound. She could no longer walk.
And that's when I knew. I was like, she's going to have to stay here.
Yeah.
Or I got to get her out of here. And her staying wasn't an option.
Brandee knew she had to get her mother out of the nursing home in Memphis, but it simply wasn't possible at first.
At this point, I have not booked a job. I'm not acting. I have a 1-bedroom in North Hollywood off of Morrison Street, where it was just a mess. I went all up and down Ventura looking at assisted living homes where we could 2 bedrooms. Okay, we can live together, because I'm not moving back to Memphis.
Right.
That my dreams don't exist in Memphis. My dreams are out here. And out there, my brothers can't do it. So who's going to do it? It's going to be me. So I got to figure it out.
Getting her mom out of the nursing home to live with her became another part of Brandee's dream. It was all about making it big as an actor and caregiving for her mom. While Brandee was figuring out how to make it all happen, though, time passed.
Her birthday is June 13th. So year 1 went by. She spent that birthday in there. Birthday number 2 went by. And I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
I got to get my mama out of here.
But if you know Brandee, she was not just letting the time pass, being idle. She was putting the pieces together with the help of her friends and community.
I remember buying a dry erase board. My best friend Sasha was there with me still. I made a list of everything I needed. And then I would travel back and forth home. And what they didn't realize is that me and Sasha were casing out the spot. So I was videoing. I was like, can y'all show me how y'all bathe her? Because I don't know how to do it. And they were like, oh, we go in here. I'm like, well, how do you, because she can't walk. So how do you do it? And they were like, oh, you'll use this lift. Can you show me that? They show me the lift. They turn their back. I'm taking pictures and videos. I go in the shower. They show me the system they have to shower her. I'm like, oh, okay, do you mind if I take a picture of that? Like, sure. Take the pictures of that. What type of bed do y'all have? Take pictures of that. Then I came back here to LA and I went to Sherman Oaks Medical Supply, and George helped me. I would show George videos. I'm like, George, this is what, and he's like, oh, this is the equivalent, but ours is better. I said, I want what's better. I said, tell me everything that it costs. And he was like, well, this is expensive. I said, just tell me what it costs. I put all the list up, and then I went home, started teaching dance classes, and I put the hashtag hustling for mama.
Many people know Brandee as an actor, but she began as a professional dancer and was traveling around the world teaching and raising money for her mom.
So from there, I was just like, I still don't have enough money. I'm going to have to do a GoFundMe. I think I was looking for $10,000 to get mama out here. And I put that GoFundMe up and I raised $14,000 in 4 days.
Listen, won't he do it?
And then I flew my mama out here and I didn't have furniture. I didn't have anything, but I had her equipment. And I had the hand-me-down equipment from one of my other besties, Kim Burst. Thank you, Kim.
That's right.
And so I called my apartment complex. I said, I need to move. Do y'all happen to have a 2-bedroom? He said, so funny. Next door, in 103 is available at the end of this month. I said, that's when my mother's coming. I moved in on the 1st of December.
You know what?
And I just drug my stuff from I didn't even hire movers. My friends came over. We went from closet to closet. And I just drugged the stuff over there. I flew back home to get my mom. I sent Sasha the Christmas tree that mama had. And I said, these are all the ornaments that she's used to. That's the one thing you got to have up. If you could just put that up when I open that door so mom can see her Christmas tree. And she loved Christmas. And so on December 21st, 2016, I moved her out.
From there, Brandee needed to learn so much, from logistical things like how to work a wheelchair to much harder things like learning to give yourself some grace. Those early days of caregiving were challenging and eye-opening.
What I realized is my mom is a lot more declined than I realized. When it became me and her.
Yeah.
It was, at first I thought, you can't tell me that you got to use the bathroom, mommy. You use the bathroom on yourself. Or I'm trying to put you in the bed, and as I'm moving you with the lift, you're urinating on yourself on the floor. And so I'm kind and I'm patient now.
Well, you didn't get it.
But that Brandee was, what in the hell? Mama! Like, I lost it. There were so many days when Sasha would go, hey, Go take a shower. Go eat. I got this. Because I would lose my mind. I'd punch walls. I punched a hole in the wall one time. I'd scream at her. Like,
you know how brave it is for you to even say that out loud? Because this is the one thing we've talked to some other people this season and last season. Rage is a part of caregiving. Now, the goal is not to inflict that on your caregivee, right? But we're human. I love that you shared that, because any caregiver listening who's in this journey, who's feeling guilt about their early years or even yesterday, you got to let that stuff go. It happens.
I still cry about it.
Nah, you gotta let it go, Brandee. Because
oh my God, how could you say these things?
Nah,
you got to be so.
You gotta
let it go.
I feel
like I needed that to heal too, even though that wasn't okay. I could have done it. I should have done it better. I should have done it differently.
That's
I still
powerful.
feel so bad because I'm like, why did you let it get you? So I am still working through how I let that say those things.
Honey, listen. I'm in this journey with you, and I understand it. We have to learn, every caregiver listening, I'm saying this to Brandee, but this is for you as well. You have got to learn to cut yourself some slack. What we are doing in caring and loving for other people full time is not easy. It's not easy. And there's no book. You know what I mean? Well, let me say this. There may be a book, but none of us have time to read it.
Right.
So you literally are learning how to do this moment by moment, bit by bit. And so you have to cut yourself slack and forgive yourself in the same way we ask our caregivee to forgive us if we are short with them one day or we don't understand their disease or their ailment in the moment. We have to also learn to forgive ourselves. We're taking a quick break. When we return, the pressure of balancing life on set and life as a caregiver. Landing the role of Mercedes on P-Valley after years of squeezing in auditions between full-time caregiving was a huge deal. It was Brandee's biggest role yet. This is your first time as number one on a call sheet. I hear that you had not even been a guest star so much as a guest star before you got this role. So what was that like? And how did that change?
I had one co-star credit.
Okay.
Oh my God. I didn't even know what number one meant. I had no idea. It's a blur. It's a blur because I venture to say that there's some people that probably thought she was so stuck up. She was, Brandee, that girl. Y'all don't know that I was fighting for my life. You don't know that I had moved my mother after the big move in 2016. I had the oomph and the gall to move her to Atlanta with me in 2018 to
Wow.
go shoot. I didn't know how that could go. I didn't know that, I would lose my caregivers because they would
Yeah.
need another job. And when I come back, they won't be there. I
Mm.
didn't realize I would lose all the medical benefits that we had in LA. I lost it all. So the juxtaposition of living your dream,
Mm-hmm.
but fighting. It's like you're smiling on that camera, and then I'm going home and crying every single day of P-Valley. Every single
Wow.
day.
Luckily, Brandee's best friend Sasha was starting hair school in Atlanta and ended up moving in with Brandee and Diana to help out.
What a blessing. I said, Sasha, just move in with me, please. You're the only
Yeah.
one that knows because you've been with me from when I said I'm going to get mama 2 years ago. You know how to work the equipment. I will provide a house, a room. I said, and food.
Yeah.
Just live with me,
Just live
please,
with
so I
me.
don't lose this job.
Yeah.
And that's the truth of what was happening on P-Valley when people have no idea what was really happening.
So was there a reason you chose not to let them know what was going on with you at home? Were you concerned?
Absolutely.
What
I was
was your reason?
afraid.
Mhm.
I was afraid. If I'm completely transparent, I heard that cast members were already a little concerned about if I could hold the role with all of my responsibilities with my mother. So the last thing I want to say is I'm struggling. And it's just like, I feel safe enough to say it now. 3 seasons in, I feel like, okay, I can tell y'all what was really happening.
Right.
But that's why I couldn't go swimming when the whole cast is going swimming or
Right.
everybody's going shopping or they're going to the mall. I couldn't do that because I was too busy trying to keep my mother alive, keep the caregivers in the house.
Wow.
Like, people have no idea the things that you go through and that you keep smiling because you don't want to look like a burden because what
Right.
network wants the girl that can't work?
Brandee has had to wrestle with that question throughout her career, but she always prioritizes caregiving for her mom above all else. She and I have that in common. You've said that you're a caregiver first and an actor. I want you to tell all of us what that means to you. What does that mean to say caregiver first, actor second?
I can book another job.
Come on.
I can't book another mother.
Come on.
And
There
that
it
is just that on that. There will always be TV and film, I believe, but there will not always be Diana Harrington.
Come on.
And so she is my priority.
Which is why filming season 1 of P-Valley was so challenging. It's emotional, even now, for Brandee to separate the competing pressures of caregiving and acting during that time in her life. This was huge, you know, and I know you know now that it's huge to go from one co-star to being the star of a hit show and carrying the show. Did you at the time feel like it was your big break? And if so, what did it feel like? We take the care for mom out of the equation and just be that actor.
And
who's been blessed.
I don't know that I realized it until after season 1 was over.
Oh, really?
Because I was so into my mother that even my friends back home would tell you, when you came to visit, you never talked about P-Valley season 1 because it was trauma to me.
Yeah. Oh.
To this day, it is.
Yeah.
I cry when I think about season 1 because that guilt, once again, that's why we're working through it in therapy, Jesus.
Working through it.
The same guilt I felt for not being a more kind and gentle caregiver year 1 is the same guilt I still hold of not being a better lead for season 1.
That's
and,
right.
No one even knew because I was hiding, In hindsight, I would have let maybe more people know. Maybe I would have had more support. Maybe I could have been a better lead. But season 1 is a blur.
This is the epitome of feeling squeezed. You're stuck between two worlds, not able to be fully present in either, and feeling guilty that you're failing at both. You're hanging on by a thread. But the thing is, Brandee was actually excelling. She was nominated for the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actress in a Drama Series for her role in P-Valley.
I remember not even being around when I got a text that I was nominated for Best Actress. And I was like, what are y'all even talking about? It's like, what? Oh, I didn't even know nominations were happening because at this point, now we're back in LA and we're in a pandemic and my caregivers have all quit. It was a blur. I don't know what season 1 happened. I don't know about press. I don't know about me. I didn't find myself until season 2 where I said, Mama stays here so I can tap in.
For the second season of P-Valley, Diana stayed at home in LA, and Brandee was able to, as she says, tap in, meaning be more present on set. And this was possible because of paid caregivers. Your career has helped you afford caregiving for your mom because caregiving is very expensive.
Yes.
You have 2 paid caregivers, but finding them was not easy. I know that's something that every listener can relate to. You're, knock on wood, where's the wood? You are in a good place.
We're good now, Jesus.
Now,
Please, Lord.
Yes, Lord. But can you touch on some of the struggles you had in trying to find the right people?
Whew. In the beginning, it was so many stages. The beginning is, I ain't got no money, you know?
Yeah.
And then you go into, okay, all right, I've got it, but they're not right for my mother.
That's right.
That is so important. I was in the beginning just trying to afford who I could get. And I'm a firm believer in you get what you pay for.
You do.
And so, yeah, while you might found somebody for $14, your mama ain't clean.
That's right. House ain't clean.
Yeah. House ain't clean.
Right.
They didn't wash the dishes right. She got an infection.
That's right.
So then I went through that. Then it was me learning how to communicate with my caregivers because they have to feel appreciated too. And even though I grew up that my parents would say whatever to me. I have thick skin. I come from coaching, all of that. You can pretty much say anything. And I'll pull it together and be like, okay, so it sucks. So what do I need to do to fix it?
Right.
You can't communicate like that to other people, Brandee. So learning how to speak to the caregivers, having empathy for them, letting them know that they're appreciated has gone very far for me because I will say that I didn't know how to communicate effectively what I needed. And if you can't get the best out of your caregiver, they're not going to give the best to your mother. So once I figured out, okay, I'm working on how to speak to people and having compassion and, you need more than one. Don't burn them out, Brandee, because one person can't do everything, can you?
That's right.
So I learned that, but then celebrity hit and then no one wanted to work for Miss Diana. They wanted to work for Mercedes.
See.
And that became a problem because y'all assume that Mercedes has money. To this day, that Ford Fiesta downstairs that I told you about the other day with these expired tags because I cannot get it to pass the smog check is my car. Like I refuse to spend the money because I can't. Also being smart as my mom's sole caregiver, what happens? What happens if mama needs to have an emergency something? That money's for mama. So while people think, girl, 3 seasons on P Valley, baby, no, it costs $9,000 a month, $300 a day to leave my mother.
It's acting that allows Brandee to afford caregivers for her mom. But acting isn't always consistent. And during the times when Brandee is not filming and can stay home, Brandee still needs to employ her paid caregivers, or else they may find work elsewhere. These are all valuable lessons Brandee has learned throughout her difficult journey of finding the right people to care for her mom. And she currently has a good thing going.
I have 2 caregivers. I have Caricia and I have Mary. As far as I'm concerned, Caricia and Miss Mary are with Mama until Mama's last breath. And even after that, I pray that we are still all just friends. Like, they are really family. I trust them.
Completely.
I completely. Let me tell you how I know I trust them. I no longer take my mother to her doctor's appointments unless I want to go. My caregivers drive.
I love
They
it.
take the notes. They tell me they are there and they are advocating because I come back out of town. They're like, yeah, so we told them don't use that catheter on her no more because it breaks her out. I said, yes, that's what I'm talking about.
When they care the way you care, those are your people.
Exactly.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll find out what it's like to live your dream but not be able to share it with your parent.
I could get all the accolades in the world, but I just wish my mama knew what I do for a living.
What is your mom's condition now?
The MS has changed. I just saw myself year 1 when I used to give her this rubber band and we used to stretch and I'm like, just reach up for the ceiling. And the more you keep reaching, you won't lose your arm mobility, only to now have no arm mobility. The neck is starting to decline. So I'm practicing talking to her on the other side of the room, going, look over here at me.
Yeah.
Over here. It's so funny. I'm glad I'm saying this out loud because I want to remind my caregivers, don't lean into her comfort, lean a little bit into the discomfort to help her work that as long as she can with her neck.
In addition to multiple sclerosis, Diana has also been diagnosed with Alzheimer's.
Her memory is so bad now. Reasonable Doubt just dropped, and I paused it with me on the screen, and I said, "Mama, look, who is that? Who is that?" She said, "I don't know." And I said, "It's me." And I started saying my lines. I started doing everything.
Oh, honey. I know, baby.
Anything to make her see that it's me.
I know, honey.
And she just doesn't know. So now, before I go to bed, I say, "Who am I?" And she says, "My daughter." And I said, "What's my name?" And she says, "Brandee." And I said, "Who is Brandee?" And she says, "My daughter." And I go, "Now, who am I?" And she goes, "Brandee, my daughter." And I said, "And where do you live?" And she says, "With my daughter." And I said, "And what's her name?" "Brandee." And so that's our repeat mantra each night, and you're safe and you're in California. And I tell the story. It feels like The Notebook now, because I tell the story of how I went and got her from the nursing home every night.
Yeah.
And I tell her that story so she'll remember it.
This is something that I am navigating. We are really on the same road. I am going to give you what is helping me right now. I have accepted now, when I go visit my dad, that more times than not, he does not know my name.
Yeah.
And he does not always know that I'm his. But he knows that I'm the nice lady that gives him ice cream sandwiches and sings the 5 heartbeats with him. And I've decided that that's enough for me. He sees me and he smiles, whether he's smiling because I'm the nice lady or he's smiling because I'm his baby girl. I'll just take the smile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just know that as this progresses, there may come a time where she can't do the back and forth of "You're my daughter, Brandee." But I want you to know her heart always knows that you're someone that loves her and you're someone that's there for her. And that is way more important than the name where we are in this journey. Still, I know how painful it can be to achieve a huge dream and not have a parent be able to celebrate that part of your existence. For a lot of us, we do what we do because we want our mom and dad to be proud.
Exactly. I planned on taking you to New York and traveling the world. It's gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like fame or success because she doesn't know. So luckily, I don't do it for the fame.
Hello.
I do it because I love what I do with acting. But it is just heartbreaking because I had all these plans to make life better for us. And it's like, my prayer was, please, God, bless me to be able to live my dream and take care of my mom. And I'm like, maybe I should have been a little bit more detailed. I want her to be able to enjoy it with me too. And then I go, well, Brandee, she is enjoying it because, she's out of that home. You put her in a nice spot. You got her the best care. You keep her hair done. You keep her clean. You're doing everything you can. But sometimes it's not enough and it's not good enough.
Yeah. And this is what I need you to grasp. It is good enough. It is good enough, because you know how many people would not have done 10% of the things you did to make sure she's okay. There might be some in your family that you can say this about. Hello? So the idea of, we have this dream, we build this dream of what we want our life to be and how we see it. You saw yourself traveling the world with your mother. You are traveling the world with your mother. You're traveling the world and coming back and sharing it with her and telling her all about it. And the fact that she's in that beautiful apartment with that glorious view and she's got 2 people that take care of everything she may need. She's eating good, smelling good, looking good. It don't get much better than that. Her understanding that you are Mercedes or you're on Reasonable Doubt ain't got nothing on that. So please wrap yourself around that and know that to be true. Okay?
Yeah. I am working through that. I know that's something I have to work through because it's like I could get all the accolades in the world, but I just wish my mama knew what I do for a living.
Yeah. But you know what your mama does know?
That I love her.
What you do for her.
Yeah.
She knows what you do for her. And I know you think that her knowing what you do for a living would trump that. I promise you it would not.
Yeah.
I promise you it would not. Some of my greatest blessings in this industry happened after my mama passed. I feel, maybe I'm the crazy person, but I feel like they know.
You're right.
They may not be able to say, but I believe they know. Diana may or may not know that Brandee is the person she's seeing on the TV screen, but she definitely knows her daughter is the one who takes her to church every Sunday. You recently posted a series of videos, hilarious videos, to your Instagram that showed a slice of what caregiving is like for you with Miss Diana. And I showed you your mama up late and wanting to know what she's going to wear to church next day, like she's 3 a.m.
And you told me you want me to call and do what?
Get me up.
Get you up in the morning? Because you don't want to miss church.
No.
Okay, we won't miss church in the morning. Okay? I promise.
What am I going to wear tomorrow?
Oh, okay. We want to see your outfit? Oh, okay. You want to see your outfit at 3 in the morning right now? For church? Use your words. I don't understand.
Yes.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. Oh, my goodness. She's not playing. Okay. All right.
It sounds a bit stressful because you hope she approves of the outfit that you chose. Like when you go into that closet and you're like, oh, Lord.
Well, Mommy, I was thinking that we would wear the blue skirt that we bought at the mall the last Sunday and a white top. That's what I was thinking. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay.
Okay, then. All right. That's good for you?
Yeah, I just need to figure out where's my everything. Where's my necklace?
Where's your what?
Necklace.
Ooh, Jesus. My Lord. I didn't even consider a necklace, but you want to wear a necklace?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to have to look at my stuff and see if I can find some type of necklace. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I didn't think at 3 in the morning that you'd be wanting to confirm your wardrobe for church in the morning.
Yes.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Understandable. I respect that. Okay, then. Is there anything else you need?
No.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm gonna wake you up in the morning for church. Well, we need to go to sleep because it's 3 in the morning, okay? You got to get up at 7. All right?
Okay.
All right. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Night-night.
What were you thinking and feeling during the conversation when she was talking a lot to you?
You know what? First of all, when she's talking like that, I know it's a good moment.
It's a good day.
And it's sometimes short-lived. So if she starts to talk, I'm like, let's go. Where's my camera? Because I want to document and have my memories. And so in this moment, I was like, I said, we're going to church. And she said, what am I wearing? I said, oh, my goodness, this is Mama from 1995 talking.
Yeah.
And so I go get her outfit, but there is sometimes she'll look at it and she'll look it up and down inside. So she was that's fine. If she says fine, I know it's good. But she has never in 9 years told me she wanted her necklace. But I know that that's my mama because my mama was serious about her jewelry.
The next post is you awake a few hours later in your bonnet, haven't found the necklace.
7:15 in the morning. I am so sleepy. It hurts. But I was able to locate the pearl necklace. My mama's favorite pearl necklace, in fact, that she used to wear with everything back in the day. I forgot that I hid this in my closet because I was like, I never want to lose this.
Brandee cherishes these moments deeply when her mother becomes her mother again, even if it's the middle of the night. The two truly do look radiant in the final photo. In their outfits, with matching colors, and their necklaces, in the love that's evident in how they're posing together side by side. You'd never know what it took to get to that moment without Brandee showing it to the world. Her posts show this is what caregiving looks like. It's these small moments, like getting ready for church, as much as it is the big moments, like bringing her mom home from the nursing facility. Being open and transparent is part of Brandee's caregiving journey. Sure, she wants to document these moments for herself, but she's also leading by example, as in, I pursued my dream while caregiving, and you can too. Now, I don't want other people to be afraid because I know how lonely I was. And so I want other people to feel like, yes, it's hard, but yes, you can go out and take care of your mom, dad, auntie, uncle, whomever, and go after your dreams too. And there are people that will support you. And so the more I speak about it, it's been beautiful because I'm not going to be acting forever, but
we're going to always be caring for someone, or someone's going to care for us in some way. It's going to be there forever. So I love that when I hear that from women or men too that have DM'd me and said, you know what, I saw that you went after your drink and you take care of your mama. I can do it too. I love that.
Squeezed is a Lemonada Media original. I'm your host, Yvette Nicole Brown. Lisa Fu and Hannah Boomershine are our producers. Muna Danish is our senior producer. Bobby Woody is our engineer. Our theme music is by Andy Christenstadter, with additional music by APM Music. Jackie Danziger is our VP of Narrative Content. Executive producers are me, Yvette Nicole Brown, Jessica Cordova Kramer, and Stephanie Whittles-Wax. This show was created in partnership with the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, a leading national philanthropy dedicated to taking bold leaps to transform health in our lifetime and pave the way together to a future where health is no longer a privilege, but a right. Follow Squeezed wherever you get your podcasts, or listen ad-free on Amazon Music with your Prime membership.